Hi there Aquarius, thank you for joining me. This is your April 2017 astrology reading for Aquarius sun sign, moon sign and rising. So I'm going to just give you a bit of a general reading at first and then go into dates afterwards. We have 4 planets going retrograde this month. There's a lot of big energy going on, a lot of big shifts. We're being asked what we really want. I'm telling everybody that this is a time of spring cleaning. Spring cleaning to get to the truth of what it is we truly want in our lives. And for you, I feel like the universe is supporting your dreams. You're getting ideas of you're starting to consider what you really want. Is there something you gave up on in childhood that actually you would quite like to do? Are there aspects of yourself you left behind that that you want to get back? And also, you're going to start having a bit more fun now. I feel like you've been really, really busy. So, starting with Venus, Venus is still retrograde as we enter this month. And she's been retrograde there in your 3rd house. I feel like you've been thinking a lot about money. You've been thinking a lot about how you earn money and how you spend money. Probably been thinking about love and your relationships too. And, this will kind of be echoed a little bit with Mercury going retrograde, but with Venus retrograde, I feel like you've been reevaluating things to do with money and love, and possibly how you communicate in relationships, which is something I mentioned last month. Improving your communication relationships. You might be wondering, am I charging enough for my services if you're self-employed? Am I being paid enough? You might have been feeling a bit cautious in terms of love, and also with money, wanting to just review things and not spend too much, which is wise during this period, to be honest. As it goes into your 2nd house, on the 15th, I think it is. It goes into your 2nd house on the 3rd. It's retrograde until the 15th. So as it goes into your 2nd house, now the mind is far more on money. You're really thinking about how you can make more, and and the things that you value, and are you being valued at work, if you're employed, or is your business making you enough? So this is coming under review. Mercury is going retrograde this month as well, and Mercury is in your 4th house, and I feel like there's been thoughts about home and family. Maybe there's been some recently a bit of activity around the home. But there's been thoughts about home and family, and thinking about even how you can beautify your home or how you can improve it. Maybe you've been wanting to decorate and you just haven't got around to it. Mercury retrograde is also a really good time to research and to plan and to organise things, to go back over things. To tie up any loose ends in the home would be great if there's anything that needs fixing, or any projects that you need to finish off. It's a really, really good time for that. Mercury will then go into your 3rd house, Aries, on the 20th. So your communication is really going to be heightened a lot, and you're going to be thinking a lot of things through. Just be careful not to get mentally exhausted, Aquarius, because you are an air sign. And the 3rd house is ruled by Gemini, which is also an air sign. So just try not to exhaust yourself on a mental level. But it's a really good time to review things, rethink things, and think about strategize as to how you want to move forward. Whether that be to do with home and family life, or to do with your dreams, your big wishes, that kind of thing. Saturn is in your 11th house. And Saturn's it's been asking you to look at the groups that you belong to and the friendship groups you belong to. It could be, I feel like you've probably been, excuse me, shifting. I feel like you've probably been maybe not as sociable over the past, kind of year and a half or so. I can't remember how long Saturn's been in Sagittarius now. There might have been a reviewing of friends you've got, cutting away from certain friendship groups or certain causes, certain acquaintances. So Saturn's going to be asking you to look at these groups you belong to, and how much they represent you as a person. How do they fit in with your ideals? Do you hold the same ideals? Do you like doing the same things even? You're thinking about, if this is to do with friends for you, you're thinking about how the friends that you have fit into your life. You know, like if your friends are partying all the time and that's something you used to do, you don't really want to be doing that anymore. You know, you want to be maybe spending time having more, maybe slightly more civilized get-togethers, that kind of thing. So there might be something for you to review in terms of friends. Also, this is a house of your hopes and your wishes. So this is why I mentioned, what were your childhood dreams? What were the things that you were passionate about? So, you know, there's something to look at here. There's something to get to the bottom of. Maybe you've realised, actually, I gave up on my dreams, and I want to be this, or I want to do that. So Saturn's saying, well, this is time now to, over the next 4.5 months, this is time to now get the knowledge you need, get the information that you need in order to go for what you want. Saturn's actually conjunct the galactic center, which I find really interesting, because the galactic center basically represents our source. It's our source of energy. Everything in our galaxy is kind of spinning around this vortex, this black hole, which contains infinite potential. And so with Saturn conjunct the galactic center in your 11th house, it's asking you what your truth is. Are you living true to those principles and those ideals that you used to hold dear when you were younger, maybe? Are you living true to who you are? Have you forsaken your wishes? You know, so it's quite deep, but it's at the same time, it's asking us to take responsibility for our lives and for our creations. Pluto, another deep one, is in your 12th house. It's been there for some time. In Capricorn, and Pluto's going to be going retrograde on April 20th. It's going to be going retrograde until until September 28th. And this is really powerful, I feel, because Pluto going retrograde is offering us the opportunity for transformation. But this transformation requires us looking at something and being very honest about something. Now for you, it's in your 12th house, so this is kind of a bit challenging to gauge, but it's on some deep level. It could be very behind the scenes. But it's asking, there's something to be uncovered there. There's something to be uncovered deep in the privacy of your subconscious, of your deepest self, of maybe that self that you don't show to others. And this could very well affect your professional life. It might end up altering your direction in life, but there's something to be transformed on a deep level, and it can be very healing. And this is going to last quite some time as well, over 4 months. So we've got Saturn retrograde, and we've also got Pluto going retrograde, two big heavy hitters. One's about power and transformation. The other one is about control and grounding and setting real and boundaries and foundations. So this is real transformative, life-changing energy, where we're being asked to get to the truth of what we want, so that we can, both of these represent that really, so that we can transform and start living our truth, our ideal, and take responsibility for our lives. So that's big news, really. It's really big news, and it's amazing news, and I'm really excited about it. So it's a month, and I've told everybody this, I'm going to tell you this too, it's a month of spring cleaning to a certain extent. It's a month of getting rid of the cobwebs, doing some research, getting more information, and just spring cleaning so we can come forward knowing better who we are and what we want out of life. Right, so now on to the dates. So on the 3rd of April is when Venus goes retrograde in Pisces, when Venus enters Pisces in her retrograde motion, going into that house of resources for you. So you're going to be thinking a lot about how you spend money, how you invest money, how, do you enjoy money enough? Do you give yourself enough time to, do you give yourself enough grace to enjoy your spoils? Then on the 5th, that's when Saturn goes retrograde in Sagittarius. Actually, he's going to be stationary for quite some time. So that's Saturn in Sagittarius. I just spoke about that. That's your ideals, your hopes, your dreams, your ultimate truth, your personal truth. And have you taken responsibility for that? It's about your friendships, your associations, that kind of thing. So then, on the 6th, Mars is in Taurus, so that's in your 4th house of home and family. And this is going to be trining Pluto in that 12th house. And this is quite powerful energy, very powerful energy. This could be giving you the drive and the determination to build solid foundations. This energy could carry you forward for quite some time. It's very powerful stuff. So it's almost like, you know, you've got your dream of how you want things to be, and you're willing to see it through. You've got the endurance to build what you want, and that's really powerful energy. On the 8th, Mercury turns retrograde in Taurus in that 4th house of home. Discuss this. So rethinking things to do with home, you know, researching, anything like that, fixing what needs to be broken. Anything that went missing in your home could turn up. This happens at Mercury retrograde. So something you might have lost around the home could turn up for you. So that would be a bonus, wouldn't it? I can think of a few things that I could do with that seem to have just been swallowed up by some black hole in my house, but that's by the by. Then on the 11th, we've got a full moon in Libra. And this full moon is in your 9th house conjunct Jupiter. So I don't know if you can see what's going on here. It's really interesting because we've got all the personal planets in your your 2nd, 3rd, 4th house. That's where a lot of the activity is. Mars is going to be moving to the 5th. I'll talk about that in a bit. There's a lot of activity around, you know, around your communications, your day-to-day, your home environment, your money, this kind of stuff. But at the same time, you're probably aware on a more deep level, you know, whilst you're going about this stuff, every now and then I wouldn't be surprised if you're having thoughts of almost like intuitive messages about the bigger picture, you know. And every now and then I wouldn't be surprised if you're stopping and kind of going, is this what I'm meant to be doing? Or if you are doing what you're meant to be doing, then fantastic. But kind of stopping and going, what's going on here? I feel like you're probably sensing the energy that's going on, this big shifting energy. So why I mention this is because this full moon conjunct Jupiter in your 9th house. The 9th house is about expansion. It's about philosophy. It's about the higher ideals. It's ruled by Sagittarius. So, and we've got Jupiter there, which is Sagittarius' ruling planet, in that 9th house. So there's like you want to expand, you want to broaden your horizons. If you've limited yourself in the past, you could be really feeling now, I want to grow. I don't want to stay confined anymore. And this is really nice. And there's these feelings of generosity around this full moon. And so that's something to just, you know, think about. If there's something that, it could be something that comes to fruition on a more mundane level in terms of travel, you know, in terms of travel, if you're thinking of relocating abroad or higher learning, anything like that, anything to do with foreigners, anyone who you communicate abroad, there could be something that comes to light. But on the more kind of spiritual and philosophical level, this is about growth. This is about you feeling like you have the ability to broaden your horizons, and it's almost like you're getting, on an emotional level, you're getting that faith back that, you know, you can do what you want. You can live the life that you truly want. You know, there is more out there for you to have if you want it. That's on the 11th. Then on the 14th, we have your ruling planet in Aries, so Uranus conjunct Sun. So I feel like you could be very busy this day, but kind of in your element too. And you could be getting really good inspiration and ideas in terms of, like, it could be to do with your finances, it could be to do with what you want to do moving forward. You could be getting some flashes of inspiration, some pretty genius ideas as to how to implement any kind of dreams or you know, goals that maybe you felt like you had given up on. So, you know, Uranus is your ruling sign, so this is going to be quite a nice day for you, I feel. You'll be feeling quite in harmony with yourself and probably wanting to communicate a lot, maybe communicating interesting ideas with people. And there could be something quite unexpected that happens to you as you're going about your day-to-day business. It's hard to say exactly what, because Uranus is just full of surprises, to be honest. But there could be something quite unusual that happens, a bit out of the ordinary, that's just kind of makes the day a bit different. On the 15th, we've got Venus turning direct finally in Pisces. So now you're feeling more confident. Maybe the money that you're waiting for has come in, but you're feeling more confident in terms of finances. You feel like you've reviewed things and you know where you stand a bit better. And you feel like, you know, you're feeling a bit clearer about your desires and your values and what you need and want. And if love has been feeling a little bit distant and a little bit cold recently, this will help change and shift that, because Venus has been travelling close to Chiron. So there has been healing being done. So, you know, I think quite a few people might have in their relationships been experiencing a little bit of distance, but this should start to come back now. The gap should start to be closed now between you and your partner, if you are with somebody. And I mean, if not, then this period of review might have shown you that actually you do want to be on your own, and now you might start moving forward with that. And for those of you who are single, you're going to know better now what you want. And this is a good time to get out there now and start meeting people, especially when Mars goes into Gemini, into your 5th house. This is very flirtatious energy, this is fun energy, it's romantic energy. So for those of you who are single, really great time to start getting out there again and to start dating. And that was on the 15th, I believe. Yep. So on the 19th, the Sun enters Taurus. So it goes into your 4th house. So I think you've been very busy recently. You've been running around a lot and you've had a lot on. But now the Sun's going to go into your 4th house. So if you felt like you haven't had enough time for home, which may well be the case in some ways, now you're going to be able to put more time into home and family, and you're going to be able to take some time out, I think, you know, just to enjoy home. And because we've got the Sun going in here on the 19th, and then we've got Mars going into your 5th house, as I just said, on the 21st. So fun and fun with family, fun at home, enjoying yourself, taking things a little bit more lightly is going to start to happen now. So that's really lovely. On the 20th, Pluto goes retrograde in Capricorn, which I spoke to you about. So that's deep inner transformation, something to do with a truth there, or accepting some sort of change. Maybe you need to change something about yourself on a deep level in order for you to move forward, and in order for you to be happy, you know, and feel more fulfilled. Also, on the 20th, we've got Mercury entering Aries. So that goes into your 3rd house. Oh yeah, of course, because Mercury's going retrograde, forgive me. So Mercury goes into Aries, a lot of communication going on there. There'll be a lot of thinking going on, a lot of communication going on, a lot on probably. You've got Uranus that's going to be conjunct Mercury as it enters that 3rd house. So interesting ideas. Might be thinking about venturing out, starting your own business, something like that. And this will give you the kind of the genius to know how to go about it the best way. Then on the 21st, we have, I've talked to you about this already, Mars entering Gemini. So this is making you want to have more fun, making you want to, bringing the romance back a little bit if that's been lacking. Time with children, you know, this is nice because this mirrors that time, like that energy that you're putting into home. So home, family, children, fun, romance, creativity, they become the order of the day now, which is really lovely because I feel like you have been very, very busy. And then on the 26th, echoing what I just said, we have a new moon in Taurus in your house of home and family. So this is a nice fresh start. So maybe if things have been a bit distant with the family, maybe if you haven't had enough time for each other, now it's a nice fresh start and you should be feeling very positive at home. And you might be wanting to also get any home projects done and or going, you know, that kind of thing. And on the 28th, Venus re-enters Aries, so Venus goes back into your third house. So you might be communicating about, you know, talking with your loved one, more, you know, whispering sweet nothings, that kind of thing. Money matters might still be quite on your mind, but Venus is going direct, so you're a bit clearer about things now, which is good. Okay, Aquarius, so that is your month of April. I hope that reading made sense and that you enjoyed that. If you would like an extension of this reading, I'm doing tarot readings on Vimeo videos just to give you extra insight into the month of April. They're £2 per video. You can download them or watch them online. And that you just have to click the link below and that'll take you to my page where you sign up, and it's pretty quick. And then you can access my videos there. But thank you so much for watching, Aquarius. I feel like things are going to start feeling a lot better and a lot lighter for you. So I'm happy for you in that respect. Take care. Bye bye.